Let's open this up to the audience. Do we have any questions for our panelists? Oh dear. Be gentle, miss.
What have you guys learned about time management?
Gilda was pointed. Guys, there's a microphone on your desk. Grab the microphone, turn it on. Arav, what have you learned about time management? Okay, we'll learn how to switch a microphone on in a minute. There we go.
So I learned that in these cases you have to start your research early, because I had not done anything of this sort before, and I really found it tough to structure the questions in the survey, and especially the part of the research question. I'd never really divulged into the issue so much, so I think I redid my work a couple of times, and I've learned that you have to start early to finish on time, because these sort of things do take a long time.
Okay, anybody else?
So my question is to Libby. Ethical research and the scientific validity of it. Were you comfortable with both, or did you find anything contradictory in that?
I think that within the scientific community, there's always going to be contradictions, because you can never make something entirely valid or ethical. There is a point at which you say, this isn't worth it, but we don't know exactly which point that is, and it may vary in different times and instances. For example, at which point do we say this research is worth experimenting on animals, but not worth then experimenting on humans and stuff like that? I found those arguments interesting, and I'd like to discuss them more, but I think within that I was quite comfortable discussing the different sides to it.
Thank you very much. Any further questions? Surely we have more. Anybody else? No, sorry, go on, baby. Be gentle.
All right, I have a question for Krish. Just to clarify, so how can GMFs be both cost-effective and safe?
So because it's not, they're just they're modifying it in a lab, and because it's tested on and on, so the chemicals that they put in the crops help it grow and also help improve its nutritional value, which helps it last longer, which also makes it more cost effective.
I'm fairly sure they didn't think you knew the answer to that. Okay, any more questions? Yes, Dr. Howard.
This is to Shell, and in fact any of our courageous women on there. I think you were making a very, very good point about the completely unacceptable expectations put on women by the media. Between the three of you, can you crowdsource some suggestions as to how this could change? Four of you, sorry.
Sorry, can you repeat the last part, please?
Between the four of you, can you crowdsource some suggestions about how this could change? What could the media do to change the balance here and make it better for women?
I think every time if you see in social media platforms that women are said that you have to look in a physical, in a certain way, that you should have this proper body, your face should glow and all. So I think media should accept, or anyone should in our society should accept women in all forms for what they are, and not just that implement them with certain looks of what they should look like. So yeah.
All right, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. Actually, from the rest of the ladies, any other suggestions?
Do it. I think also because the way that questions and accusations within the media when talking about women are framed differently, when looking at that and when making something about a woman, I think that reporters and the media should be asking themselves when framing it, would we ask this about a man?
Wonderful question over here.
I actually wanted to ask the men on the panel what they think about it.
So I think it's an important issue, and as Shell rightly said, social media does play a major role. But I think the major news platforms or digital platforms today, they can do better by publishing stories that are true, and because sometimes the rumors and stuff about especially women in who are powerful and have a status today, it can sometimes from the media I've seen can get misconstrued, and the stories start circulating about different aspects about physicality and stuff, which really shouldn't be done, because I don't think it would be the same story for a man or yeah. So I agree with whatever they've said.
Yeah, I completely agree with what Arav said. Yeah, and I think we should empower women, and yeah.
Well done, boys. Well done. You avoided that. All right, I think we've got time for one last question. There's somebody over here. We haven't had any questions from this side of the room. Would anybody like to ask anything? A proud father at the back, perhaps? Perfect. Time to ask him a question.
So, in terms of this process, do you think it's something that school and we as a school equip you well for, or is it the joy of it doing it for yourselves, or is it a little bit of both?
We mean the TEDdyX. Yeah. Would anybody like to answer?
At least I think that the process is really long. I do not think that we do this for ourselves at all, Mr. Alexander. But I think that it is a huge learning process in that we were able to do things in a certain way, in an order that Miss Stephanie, she organized, and by that it helped our research a lot, and we were able to have assignments that were dedicated in 1 week, and that kind of helped us more for our research by doing it in a manner, in an order. So that really, I think, helped with all of our research. So yeah.